Ever heard someone say, "I just don't feel right"? Those 6 words might be the biggest red flag in a doctor's office, and they're shockingly vague.
It's striking how such a common phrase tells a clinician almost nothing. You know something's wrong, but where is the real physiological fire burning? That mystery is what tonight's episode will unravel.
Welcome to Late Night Insightful English. I'm Laura, and alongside Thomas, we'll help advanced English learners master the art of describing symptoms in high-stakes situations, like medical consultations.
This isn't your average vocabulary lesson. We'll get practical, exploring why language matters in diagnosis, how to structure symptom descriptions, which advanced collocations to use, and how to balance emotional honesty with clinical clarity.
If you've ever felt lost for words in a doctor's office, tonight's episode is for you. Let's dive into how precise English can literally change your medical outcome.
It fascinates me how language acts almost like a scalpel in medicine. The more precise your words, the clearer your path to diagnosis.
Picture a late-night clinic, the hum of lights, the nervous tap of shoes. You have 10 minutes. The difference between vague distress and structured description can mean months saved or lost.
Most people default to broad emotional phrases. My back hurts immensely, or I'm fatigued. That forces the doctor into detective mode, asking endless clarifying questions.
But if you say, "a sharp, throbbing pain in the left temple that fluctuates," you narrow the possibilities fast. Precision is a gift. It's tempting to use medical language, but trying too hard can backfire. For example, calling weakness numbness might mislead the doctor entirely.
That's the trap, isn't it? The goal isn't to impersonate a physician, but to bridge the gap between what you feel and what the doctor needs to know.
Exactly. Focus on sensory precision, describe the experience, not your own diagnosis. It's the difference between being helpful and being confusing.
Describing sensations with clarity keeps the clinical process efficient. Self-diagnosis, though, can introduce bias and actually slow things down.
Let's try our first golden sentence for this episode. Articulating physical symptoms effectively requires translating subjective bodily discomfort into structured, observational language without jumping to unverified diagnostic conclusions.
There's a lot packed in there. It's all about translation, from what your body feels to how you present it rationally. Shall we shadow the rhythm together?
Sure. Let's break it down into parts and repeat. Articulating physical symptoms effectively
Requires translating subjective bodily discomfort
into structured observational language.
without jumping to unverified diagnostic conclusions.
Now, let's rebuild it, focusing on the stress in effectively translating conclusions. This is the tone you want in a real medical consultation.
Let's see how this works in practice. Imagine someone with abdominal pain. For the past 3 weeks, I've experienced a burning sensation in the upper abdomen. It typically begins 30 minutes after meals, lasts 2 hours, and is worsened by coffee.
Notice the power of words like onset, exacerbated by, and radiates to. Those collocations help streamline the clinical narrative.
And look at intermittent versus constant. That distinction tells the doctor whether the problem is functional or structural.
Pain quality matters too. Throbbing, stabbing, dull ache, searing. Each one points to a different physiological cause. Even time patterns. Saying, "the symptoms follow a diurnal pattern" makes you sound like a pro. Here's where things get tricky. When we're in pain, anxiety makes us exaggerate. We want to be heard, so we use hyperbole, which can actually blur the severity.
It's a paradox. The more desperate your language, the less useful it is clinically. Doctors might see dramatic words as emotional distress, not physical evidence.
That creates a trade-off between emotional authenticity and clinical utility. For the best care, you have to detach a bit and be objective.
Which brings us to our second golden sentence. Presenting a concise, chronological account of your medical history empowers clinicians to identify underlying patterns rather than sifting through emotional hyperbole. Let's practice structuring answers. If a doctor asks, "Can you describe the onset and progression?" Try. "The discomfort started as mild intermittent chest pressure 3 weeks ago. It's now a continuous dull ache radiating to my left shoulder, especially after exertion."
Or if asked, Are there triggers or alleviating factors? A strong answer could be cold weather triggers the sensation, while heat brings relief. Bright lights worsen the nausea.
When asked about daily functionality, you might say, basal pain is manageable, but spikes make it hard to concentrate and sometimes cause severe dizziness.
These patterns work wonders. Even writing a 3-bullet summary before your appointment can take the pressure off and ensure you don't forget key details.
Let's wrap up with 3 key takeaways. First, precise, structured symptom descriptions speed up diagnosis. Second, using advanced vocabulary like exacerbated, localized, and diurnal pattern empowers you. Third, balancing emotion and clarity avoids clinical confusion.
If you do one thing after this episode, try writing down your symptoms in clear, chronological order before your next healthcare visit. The difference is noticeable.
Tonight, we've explored how English isn't just a language, it's a diagnostic tool. The next time you're in a consultation, remember, your words matter.
Keep strengthening your vocabulary, stay observant, and take care of your health with precision. Thanks for spending this reflective hour with us. Good night, and see you next time.